Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about something that may seem mundane, but is crucial for the longevity and health of your vehicle. Changing your oil, eh, that is. As car owners, we often overlook this simple task, but it's one of the most important maintenance procedures that we can perform. So let's dive into why changing oil is crucial and how you can do it yourself. Let's talk about Let's start with why changing oil is so important. Think of oil as the lifeblood of your engine, lubricating the components, reducing friction, and carrying over heat. Over time, however, oil breaks down, loses its effectiveness, and becomes contaminated with debris. Regular oil changes are essential because they prolong the engine life by reducing wear and tear, and and, and enhancing fuel efficiency, boosts performance, and prevent costly repairs. Neglecting oil changes can lead to expensive engine damages, and which none of us want to deal with. I don't want to deal with it. Now let's talk about how you can perform an oil change yourself. But before we get into the details, we gotta talk about what you need to do an oil change. You need to gather necessary. You need to gather necessary materials. You'll need an oil filter wrench, which most of the time you don't need because most of the time they hand tighten it, which you can just loosen with your hands. And an oil drain pan, which will just hold all your oil. A socket wrench, a new oil filter, the recommended type and quantity of engine oil, an oil funnel, and possibly an oil filter gasket. Once you have everything you need, it's time to get started. First, make sure your vehicle is parked on a level surface and engage the parking brake. Then open the hood and locate the engine oil dipstick. This will help the oil flow when draining. So when the oil is draining, there's airflow going into it, so you don't have to worry about it stopping midway and trying to figure out what's wrong. Next, safely raise the front of your vehicle using ramps or jack stands, ensuring it's securely supported. Now comes the fun part. Draining the oil and replacing the filter. Locate the oil drain plug and at the bottom of the oil pan and position the oil drain pan beneath it. Carefully loosen and remove the drain plug, allowing the old oil to drain completely. While the oil is draining, locate the oil filter and remove it using an oil filter wrench. While it's draining, you can remove the filter, but I would usually recommend to do it after all the oil is drained, so that you don't have a big mess. Make sure to lubricate the gasket of the new oil filter before installing it and tighten it securely by hand. And you can just when you put in new oil, you can just grab a little bit of that oil on your finger and then rub it around the rim. Once the old oil is drained and the new filter is installed, it's time to add fresh oil. Use a funnel to pour the recommended amount of oil into the engine, checking the oil level with the dipstick as you go. Run the engine for a few minutes to circulate new oil. Then reheat the oil level and look for any leaks. Now, congratulations, you successfully changed your oil and taken proactive step towards maintaining your vehicle's health. Regular oil changes may seem like a hassle, but they're a small price to pay for the peace of mind knowing that your engine is running smoothly. So next time you're due for an oil change, don't put it off. Your car will thank you for it. Thank you for listening and happy motoring.